Oh. Oh my God! You're stuck on the webs.
I'll get it. Just
Oh.
Like a pro.
stab
This is
myself.
good.
He's been practicing.
Wow.
Man, someday if you get arthritis really bad, I think you'll be all right.
Welcome to the Rewind Guys, the show where we talk about movies. This week, our Halloween shenanigans continue with Mike's pick. Mike, your category from the Wheel of Categories was underwater. What movie did you pick?
a really creative choice called Underwater.
What? Marvelous pick, sir.
Since when do we clap? I don't know.
I don't know. All right, so grab your good underwear because where we're going, we don't need clothes because we're talking about underwater.
Guys, what's going on? Keep the door closed. Keep that door closed.
I had to look it up because from some scenes, which we will get to, I wanted to know what the pressure is like down there. You guys know what the pressure? You guys know what the pressure is like?
I'm going
Too
to
much?
say
Eye popping.
Yes. Eye popping, jaw dropping.
like that pressure you get when someone's watching you and you're trying to fill out paperwork.
Oh God. Yes, it's got to be the same.
I don't think it's as bad as that.
No, or when you go to buy something, they're like zip code, and then you give an area code because you're just too nervous.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. No, okay. My research is really bad because this takes place in the
Mariana Trench.
Thank you, Mariana Trench. Okay. Here's the deal. The lowest a person has ever dove into the depth was about 2 miles, like 2.06 miles. Okay. This, of course, takes place about 7 miles down.
Oh, maybe 6.9 to be more precise.
6.9. Okay, fine. Whatever. Okay. So here's the weird part.
Gotta get those facts. You know.
Yeah, well, these facts I don't think add up to me because here's the deal. I looked it up. Okay. I read that the pressure down 7 miles is 16,000 psi. Okay.
Okay.
But then I read that the Titanic is about 2 miles down, and that has a pressure of 25,000 psi. What the hell? Numbers aren't adding
Anomaly.
up.
Once you get further down, it starts to reverse.
I don't know. I was confused. But then I read this other thing that put it into perspective. They said that if you were at the bottom of that trench, it would be the equivalent of 100 elephants standing on your head.
Oh, man, that feels so good.
Honestly, that's kind of less than I expected.
I was
100
thinking like
elephants?
101.
Yeah. 169.
100 elephants is a lot of elephants. They couldn't even fit
I thought
in
it'd
this
be
room.
worse. Thought it'd be worse.
Could one elephant fit in this room?
I know I'm being dumb. Let me just say something right here, okay? Okay? No, this movie starts off good, and it continues.
It was about as exciting as, what's her name? Kristen Stewart's acting.
She always acts
She
like
seems
that.
Yeah.
like she is so bored through the entire
that's
movie.
her shtick.
Yeah.
Was curious to see if she would be better because I know what's the guy from Twilight's name?
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
He was really good in The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
So
Can't
I was
wait to see
like,
his
it's
Batman.
a chance for her to redeem herself. She really didn't.
No. She has one mode, and here's the thing: it's not bad if the role calls for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she wasn't bringing any energy to this.
She wasn't supposed to. She was supposed to be drab. The glass is half empty. She lost her
And just die
husband or something.
in the start. When the water's
Did
flowing, just be
she?
like,
wasn't the whole thing like she had like a fiance or some BS like that, and he died? Or
Before
I didn't get that.
before the movie,
Oh.
yeah.
yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed that part.
Yeah. Okay.
That was her whole reason for spoiler self-sacrifice.
also, why is she always in her underwear? I have a theory here.
Okay.
That deep down in the water, it's going to be freezing as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be so cold.
Okay.
And she is naked like 90% of the time.
Yes. Yeah, they got to put a little bit of titillation.
Well, speaking
this
of that, her
movie.
nipples weren't even hard. It's going to be cold, man.
You were really focused on
He's just like,
some strange
There's
there's no
things.
hard nipples in this movie. 0 out of 10.
This is so
Exactly.
unbelievable. Where's the realism?
It's like, I would have been cutting glass.
Seriously, man?
I don't know much about design. I'm not an architect. I don't do
Architect.
architectural things. Did this seem oddly designed to anybody else? Why would you make an
It looked like a
underwater
space
station
station.
like this? Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
It seemed impractical.
I don't know. I feel like underwater is kind of like space.
It's
You
isn't
know?
it supposedly more difficult than space to manage?
Probably.
It's the space of the Earth.
Yeah, I just don't think anyone should be down that far.
No.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah. I don't know why this is a thing. The whole time I'm like, why are people
They were
here? Why are we
mining
doing
something.
this?
I don't
Yeah.
remember what.
And there's like 10 people that live down there, and when she meets up with the first guy she runs into and she's working on something, he's like, "Are you an engineer? Wow, it's like our first time meeting."
Yeah, well,
How long have you guys been underwater bored and there's like 5 of you? You haven't had a conversation?
here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's what I like about this movie, right? It is
What?
like a low-budget sci-fi horror thriller that is done on
a
a mega
massive-
budget.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I think they shot themselves in the foot. Because when this movie opens up, it's like, oh, so-and-so station located in this trench with a crew of, I think it said like 316 people. There are 316
Where
people.
are they?
Dead, man.
No, here's the thing. Look at, she's brushing her teeth. She's getting ready for bed. This is a good trick to make it seem like you're working with and have more than what you actually have. They just kill everybody in the beginning. That's why she's running down the corridor. Wake up, everybody! There's some water leakage, or whatever she's saying.
Yeah,
yeah.
I took it as there's like 10 people down there.
No, there's supposed to be
No,
316.
She just didn't care about going to the other hallways.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's running for her life.
Just
you
what were
know.
all the other bodies? Everybody they ran in. Everybody. Every corpse that they ran into, she's like, "Oh, this is so and so. Oh, this is the whatever." But there's like 5 dead people. You got a problem here?
I just heard a little bit of a voice crack there. That always cracks me up.
Voice cracks me up. I thought the characters were all kind of cheesy. They're all cheesy. I found them to be cheesy.
I was okay with it.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, I thought the characters were fine.
Yeah, it's just people.
Yeah.
People being people. You know? TJ Miller was the cool
I
guy.
was gonna say, I feel like he was almost too like making light of the situation.
Yeah, but I liked it only because I could see that. Like, people sometimes are so nervous that, you know, they, like,
Yeah, they cope with stress differently.
yes, exactly. So he was just trying to kind of mask it with humor. And I thought for sure when I seen him, like, later on, like, not too far from here anyway, but later on, he's going to get carried away by this creature, which we'll get into in a moment. And I thought, oh, he's going to take him away, but he's too cool of a character. He's going to come back to save the day at some point. And then I realized, oh, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, his leg kind of came off there.
Yeah.
That's what you hear in SpongeBob. Is him in the background getting his leg ripped off.
Now we
Speaking
know.
of which, that was great. When they started playing the SpongeBob theme, I was like, "Oh God, more SpongeBob!"
Yeah, I know. I can't escape this shit. Thanks, Russell. We spent so much of this movie working up to the reveal of these things and then the giant, like, behemoth of Cthulhu that I just don't think the payoff was there.
No, and I really, the whole time I was like, man, I wish I could see.
Yes!
Yeah,
I wanted to
man.
see. Every time they're like, something happened, I'm like, all right, well,
Exactly.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I hate that in horror movies and stuff where they just make everything really dark. And that's supposed to be entertaining.
I don't mind the whole, ooh, fear of the unknown. You don't know what it is, so it makes it creepy. But I think that only lasts for so long. I don't think that one feeling can carry an entire movie. And that's kind of what
No.
you get. Okay, everybody's got to get naked to get in these suits.
It was all just for that joke of his boxers being torn.
Oh my god, that was so stupid.
I loved that. I thought it was hilarious.
I actually thought it
I
was
didn't have a
funny.
problem with it.
Even this is torn? Ugh.
I think that was to make light of it, like, it's not just for us to show some half-naked females. Here's a joke of a guy's ass. You know?
Yeah.
And
I
then
liked
it's like,
it. Not his butt. I just like the joke.
but yeah, so they're going to go out. And man, okay. Why does Rodrigo have to be the first one to go?
Oh.
Cliche here, anybody? Fucked up. I mean, I'm sorry, messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Everybody knows women and children first.
Yeah, yes. Rodrigo should have been safe.
And that's the other thing. So there's 300 people under there, I guess. I found out
316.
now.
Yeah, 316.
And they're the only escape pods are like a mile away in a different place, and there's 3 of them.
Yes. Okay, but I think that these were all supposed to be connected by corridors, which, by the way, dumb. You're going to be 7 miles below the sea surface, and I don't know if that's it doesn't matter. And they're going to construct these mile-long tunnels?
Yeah.
No.
Are
Why-
you an engineer?
No,
Wouldn't
but
it
that just
make
seems
more
stupid.
sense because structurally it would be easier to make a small tunnel than a large room.
Maybe, but here's all I'm getting at, though, is if you're gonna have a station here, station here, station here, why wouldn't you just have like these? Because they already have them technically anyway, like these massive
In case
trams.
they implode.
In case what implodes?
The station.
But they already technically have escape pods, sort of anyway.
I guess like
I don't-
design-wise, it's
where?
like the Titanic.
I don't
Well,
know.
what is
I
escape
know
pods?
316 people and they have like 4 escape pods.
This is just like the Titanic.
I don't know. It just seems like you'd make your stations and maybe you'd have like little submarine tram things that would take you from one to the other.
But they did.
Yeah, no. So why do they still have these damn corridors? This doesn't make sense! Architecturally or financially, this is a waste of money.
You just don't know.
I just wish they had those little like pod like tube things in Men in Black, where he was like, you know,
like a
there you
pneumatic,
go.
Like at the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pneumatic tubes. That'd be awesome. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. From this point on, it's nothing but noises. Excuse me. Nothing but noises and jump scares. This movie's jump scare, jump scare, jump scare in your face. And
I
it's like,
didn't notice that
Yeah.
many jump scares.
well, I mean, I'm not saying that they were effective, but they were there.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
even like,
it didn't bother me.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying no. Even when the thing burst out of the chest, it's like, bah! You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole. That's the whole
That
thing.
one did get me because it was just unexpected.
I just.
I mean, it was expected, but it was so fast that it just was like, Jesus Christ. Like,
and they also made a big deal out of the algae, which never really amounted to anything. What is this? What's this weird algae?
they're shooting for a sequel.
Yeah.
They'll explain it there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They are shooting for a sequel actually, which I don't think is going to happen.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You guys didn't
I
read
hope
the
not.
you guys didn't read the newspaper clippings at the end?
Oh well, yeah, they're making like another one.
Yeah,
or
where
whatever.
they're cleaning up their mess and rebuilding.
Was it gonna be the same thing?
Yeah,
No one wants that.
it worked for The Hangover.
No one wants. Well,
3 times.
Yeah. So
3
I don't know.
times.
Well, I mean, like this one didn't even work one time. So
And you know the funny thing is I like space movies and like people are floating around all slow and nothing's happening and it's boring. It just was different with this one. It was just not. I wasn't feeling it.
yeah,
It threw my attention overboard.
yeah. I kind of was wondering the same thing. I think I even wrote that down somewhere on one of these pages where I said, "Oh, right here. Why is this not enough?" I feel like the pieces are here. I feel like I should like this movie. And I do like the first half, but there's just something about it. And I think it's because they don't really introduce what they're up against. You know, like you don't really know the level of danger. It's just always screaming in their faces. I'm like, oh, it's just gone.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
leaves.
Yeah, I was wondering why it left.
Yeah,
every time.
and Slim Shady is just like we
Yeah.
almost died, guys.
Kristen Stewart looked like she was trying to get down to that 8th mile.
Oh my god! Boo!
Hey, she looked okay. She looked okay.
If you're into, white rappers, food rappers.
Stupid.
I got him.
man, I feel like now we should direct our attention to the second half of this movie, even though I've just been bashing it for like the last 10 minutes. But there's nothing here.
No, there's just a lot of like, what happened over there? And then you look and there's nothing there. You can't really see anything.
Yeah.
And then it's just the commander guy. He's like, what are you seeing? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? What's happening? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? And I'm like, if she knew, she'd probably say something.
Yeah, yeah. And then I love how because he's like the swimming dude thing, the creature, I guess grabs a hold of him or like a cable or something, pulls him. Kristen Stewart's character grabs on to this guy, and they're like, whoo, they're gone. They're like being taken off.
Those links they're using to keep track of each other.
Oh, okay.
They were still like tied together, weren't they?
Yeah, the buddy system works.
Oh, yeah, the buddy system does work.
Buddy system kills multiple people.
Yeah, exactly. you die in pairs. No one wants to die alone.
You die in Paris.
You die in
That's
pairs.
what I heard.
Yes.
This movie took place in Paris. It's a little wetter than the last time we were there.
That's what she said. Man.
So they get taken away, and I kind of hated this part too because we get like 5 minutes of helmet cracks, and I'm like, oh, just give in already.
Every scene of this movie took 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, was that like a button to decompress the suit or something that turned out to be his self-destruct sequence or whatever?
I don't know. I thought whatever it is he hit just let her go. I think it was like the release of the tether, which I don't know if I buy because it seems like he would have done that like a long while ago.
Yeah, I don't really know what he did.
I don't know what happened.
He like touched his hip and then he flew away. That's what I got.
He hit a button. That's
Yeah.
all I saw.
He hit a button.
Because I'm assuming it's not to release the thing, because then the one guy probably wouldn't have got his leg ripped off.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Well, yeah, but he was fat and stuck in the tunnel. Maybe he couldn't hit his hip. I don't know. But yeah, it's just so funny because I'm watching this and I get it. It's supposed to be suspenseful. But the suit keeps talking to him and it's like, warning, 30% suit integrity left. Warning, 20%. 10%. It's not a 1 per. Really? It has to hit 0 officially before it explodes or whatever.
Wasn't that her suit talking?
If it was that, because I kind of thought that too, but I assumed it was his because I heard a lot of cracking and I didn't see any cracks on her helmet, just his. But I mean, like, wow, close call. You hit 1% suit integrity, but you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's fine.
No, that's how it works.
It's a dumb way to build suspense.
Plus, these suits are already dangerous enough.
Yeah. Yes.
Once they hit 0%.
Yeah. Once it hits 0%, yes.
Before that, they're okay for multiple hour journeys with, twists and turns and getting tossed around the place.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're getting slammed into things. You're falling from great distances.
I feel like people who thought they were dangerous just didn't test them hard enough.
2%. 2%.
Are we alright? No, don't do that!
1%.
Don't do that! Don't do that!
She throws on the yellow suit. She finds Emily and her husband, who slept through the whole movie, and
Was that even her husband?
Our boyfriend, fiance. They were an item. I know that much.
Two people who live under the sea?
Yeah. Yes. Tale as old as time.
It's beautiful.
They make their way to the Roebuck.
Starbucks?
They make their way to
Yeah,
Starbucks.
Haven't
And
you ever been to Starbucks? This movie just reminds me of going there.
yeah, I guess. How?
I'm surprised.
Boring.
I'd be surprised if there's not a Starbucks 7 miles under the.
Oh yeah, just in case,
Isn't there, like, mascot a mermaid?
Oh yeah, it's all coming around full circle. They make their way to the station, and I will say, I do kind of like the visual of the weird dangly limb things.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But that's
I
about
like
it.
Visualizing dangles.
Yes, that's it. That's all I liked. It just looked cool.
Yeah, I gotta say this. Not so much the dangly bits, but
Not a fan of the dangly
I
bits.
like when they show you how many of those creatures there are, and you just see all these little tiny eyes.
Yeah.
Like that was a neat scene. Probably the best part of the movie. Lasted about 10 seconds. That scene right there, 10 out of 10.
Okay, I feel like they should have had one or the other. Either you're dealing with this like huge swarm of merman creatures, or
Weren't they parasites on the bigger one? Didn't they like live in its back or something?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out, but it's so dark. I don't know what's going
okay,
on.
I will say I did kind of like that because I hate these things. They remind me of those gross frogs that have the babies that stick out of the backs. Oh, I hate those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I was thinking like this is a neat idea for like a sea creature. They got little creatures coming out of it.
I was thinking more like sharks, like what's that little fish that just hangs onto sharks?
Oh yeah. But I don't know. It just is weird to me. It's like, oh, we've drilled too far down, and now she wants the ocean back. Because they said something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Did they?
yeah, I don't know. And so it's like, okay, so you've awakened this Cthulhu creature, or you've awakened these things, but like you've just awakened a whole other universe of creatures.
Basically,
it should have been one or the other.
Basically,
Why?
what happened is
Why?
they
Because-
drilled and it raised the temperature 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Cthulhu got bitchy and it's like turn the AC back on.
Yes.
It's way too warm to sleep anymore.
You don't touch an AC,
Yeah.
not unless it's yours. Don't touch that shit. But yeah, it seemed weird, man.
I mean, I
one
don't know.
or the
They're
other.
exploring under the ocean where nobody's ever been, and you think there's going to be one new creature.
Oh, I'm dying.
Cthulhu!
I figured it was all like her babies or
no,
something.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
suppose.
I don't know. I thought it made sense.
Too much. It's too much. It's like it had.
Really, it's too much?
Yes,
Because I'm
it-
thinking this movie is too not much.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Too not
It's
much.
too not much if it had a low budget. I don't know what they did with their money, but they done squandered that
they
shit.
actually built a station in the Mariana Trench.
I'm thinking so because I would have had more respect for this movie if it was done as an independent film or something. But I think they just blew their budget on like designs and props for like the suits and stuff and all the CG, and it's like, but there's nothing to this movie.
Yeah, even the props and the locations and stuff, they weren't that impressive. Because
Not
when they're in
really.
the corridors and stuff, it's just kind of like drab, like just kind of plain.
Yeah, it's just industrial warehouse style ish.
They could have
Like,
made
I
this out of cardboard and paint.
Yeah,
I
pretty
honestly
much.
thought the props, or not so much the props, but like at least the sets looked pretty good, to be honest.
Well, they did, but I just feel like they're so.
They could have probably done it for half. From what they
Yeah.
Yes. I think that they probably spent a lot of money on designing the creature and designing these props. And here's the thing, you know
did
what?
They just made Squidward.
But that's the thing. Like if they just had regular like deep sea diving suits and were like, these are specially made, I'd be like, okay.
But they look like Buzz Lightyear,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome.
I don't
I
know.
didn't know he was
And
a
there's
deep sea
like
diver.
there's like so many knots and knobs and things like my suit here, that I just like it looked like it was for flash and not functionality, you know?
Go. You have a whole life. No. Emily. Stop it. Emily. Stop it. Sorry. There we go.
They finally get to the station. It's Emily, her boy toy, and Kristen Stewart. And
And
they're
of course, there's 3 pods, but only 2 work.
oh, you seen that coming? Come
Yeah.
on. But here's why.
Well, yeah, because that's why she had to give like the whole backstory and give her a reason for self-sacrifice.
Yeah, but why couldn't they double up?
I thought the same thing.
Because it's going straight to the top.
Yeah. I don't
Just
know.
like this movie.
Yeah.
Straight to the top.
It would have been fine. And here's the thing too, like those creatures. Okay, I don't know much about aquatic life.
Obviously.
Okay, but I think that after a certain point, these creatures would have to stop chasing them, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
I think,
gonna
I think
explode.
what they're getting at was like they're just gonna catch them,
Yeah, exactly. But like,
before they get to like a danger zone.
I don't. Maybe those things were They were hauling ass, just vroom, straight up
Yeah.
to the top. But whatever. But luckily enough,
because isn't it like, remember what it is? It's like monkfish is really ugly, but isn't that only because when they bring out of the water,
I think it's a blobfish.
blobfish? Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it just puffs up. It gets all weird because of the lack of pressure.
that's weird.
Oh.
Poor fish. I did not know that. I just thought they
That's
looked
so
ugly.
sad.
I know. Huh. Just thought they
know
were
that.
ugly by nature.
Same.
That's why my boy group.
That's
ugly
what I
by
was thinking. That's what this is right here. Look at this.
Wow.
I don't know why they can't double up in a pod, but they don't. Kristen Stewart sees on the little viewer these. I don't know. The screens and shit were always cracking me up with little depictions and whatnot.
I don't.
That actually annoyed me too, of how like every time they came up to like some kind of electrical panel, she's like, I gotta get inside this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's just what she do, okay? And so she sees that, oh no, these things are going to catch the balls, so I have to destroy them. There are two things here that...
Two balls.
She is... This
The third one doesn't work.
This just works
there.
This just works way too well, right? Okay. So, luckily, there's a core destruction button.
And it's like, not even like, are you sure you want to blow everything up?
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, blow everything up.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at how they designed this place, apparently OSHA wasn't involved. No.
and the blast radius, which is as determined on the monitor, is just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
to
thought
kill
that was
these things,
quite
but not
strange.
harm the balls. And so I'm
You
just
never want to harm the balls.
I'm just like, oh my god, are you serious? So she melts the core, self-sacrifice,
I
saves
didn't
the
actually
day.
really notice the little blast radius thing. Like,
It's so corny, but I'm like,
That's really
okay, whatever.
You lose your sense of time in the dark. 3, 2, 1. So let's light this shit up.
Russell, what are you gonna give Underwater?
I'm going to give this movie a 4.
Oh my god. Okay.
that is a lot higher than
Yeah.
I expected from me. I was thinking a 2.
I feel like it is your run-of-the-mill, generic, high-budget theater action movie, but with a boring twist.
Yes.
So, I was starting out at a 5, and then as I was like, it's the kind of movie you're watching it, but it's just kind of like you're looking at the screen and not really catching anything that's happening because it's not interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 4.
I'm looking at my phone screen most of the time. Lydia, what are you giving Underwater?
I did pretty good. I gave it a 6.
I knew
Oh.
it. I knew it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Really?
I didn't think it was that bad. I just wish I could see more.
Yeah.
Who's Seymour?
Exactly. I knew someone was gonna say it.
I just wish that there was more fighting with the creatures. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
They're just in your face, they're gone.
I completely agree because they had guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like almost there.
Yeah.
But it was lacking something more creativity or something.
They
I don't
just
know.
missed the mark.
Yeah.
Hard nipples. The main thing.
I figured I was next, so I was getting ready.
Okay, Mike, what are you giving Underwater?
So I'm surprised. I thought I'd be giving it one of the higher ratings. Can you see this? It's a
Oh,
5.5.
5.5.
Oh.
All right.
And my reasoning is there's a game called Barotrauma, which is basically exactly this movie, except way more action. And it's a ton of fun. And I was just thinking about the game the whole time I was watching this movie.
Huh. So wait, this was entertaining by association?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so play that game before you watch the movie. You have a better viewing experience. I am coming in. Wham!
Oh.
6 Underwater.
Nice.
It's more like kiddie pool, like floating on the top. It's
Yeah.
not really under.
That's Kristen Stewart in that kiddie pool Russell's talking about.
Yeah. Much
I
better.
don't see any hard nipples.
No, there's no underwear on this neither. This is full.
Maybe she doesn't even have nipples.
Um,
Just smooth
Freak
orbs.
accident.
smooth orbs.
Just like there's nothing. Just nothingness.
All right.
Could be.
Nothing.
Okay.
It's just like the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of piggyback on everybody here.
Ooh.
It's
Playing
not
leapfrog?
bad. Yes, it's not bad, but it did miss the mark. I don't even remember what you said, but sure, I'll agree.
Yeah. It was a ramble.
And Mike, I cannot associate it with a game, but it really wasn't that bad. I don't know. It just is lackluster.
It was like it kept setting it up to do something
Yes.
and then not doing it.
it just
Suspense.
yeah, no,
The suspense
exactly.
of something gonna happen.
They built you up to let you down.
I expected a lot more from the second half because I in the trailer you knew there was going to be monsters.
Yes.
So I kind of expected it to be way more action packed, or at least they get attacked more. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
It seemed more like they just had a curious fish chasing them around.
Yeah. Like
I think that may be what they were going for. Because, Cthulhu and all these creatures are like, whoa, what's this thing going on? And like checking it out and stuff. I don't even necessarily think that it was trying to hurt anything
It
at first.
reminded me of people who go like diving with sharks, and the sharks are just kind of circling around like, okay, you're here, I'm here,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, I don't know. But it had a strong start and a very lackluster end, and that's what you get.
Looking forward to a sequel, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I honestly, of all the movies that should get sequels, this will probably be the one, and it shouldn't.
I also feel like maybe the fact that they gave this a PG-13 also.
Oh yeah, I noticed that at the beginning. I thought
Oh,
that was
that's why
odd.
there's no nipples.
Yeah, yeah, and actually that could be. Maybe if this was an R rating and they gored it up a little bit more, it could have been better.
What's odd is it was
Something.
kind of gory at times, like the leg getting ripped off, or like when they had to walk out of the airlock and they're bumping into his eyeballs.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but
Bits and
like
pieces.
it's not super gory. Like they don't really show a leg getting ripped off. They show a leg on the suit leg gets ripped off. There's some
Yeah.
blood in the thing. You don't really see a whole lot. I think the biggest thing which they probably gave them the PG-13 rating was when Rodrigo was everywhere.
Yeah. And that wasn't even him. That was just like he had a Go-Gurt with him. And it kind of like, it was like
Go-Gurt?
strawberry or something. And
Side note, what was with the rabbit?
Just a quirky character trait.
Okay, because I felt like I missed something when they pulled him out of the rubble. Like, did he say something about it or something like that? And like, I know my favorite line in the movie, and I just remembered this, was, "You better keep track of this, or I'll haunt you."
Yes.
Yeah, like when he hands off the rabbit.
Yeah. He knew they were all gonna die.
Yeah.
He's not dumb. All right, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. It only takes a click and helps us out tremendously. Next week is going to be Lydia's pick when our Halloween continues.
it would
Like
have
it's
been
there.
it would have been funnier had you
See
pulled
this
it off
forehead?
and you had like a
What a
buzzed
beauty.
head that was blonde.
I look insane.
You
You know, I think you went from Lydia to Linda. Instead of Kristen Stewart, Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
But he still has like the same underwear and has to do like the same stuff and the same hair.
Hopefully hard nipples.
Oh, that's the only thing.
Man.
Okay. She throws on. Ooh, weird. Coffee. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Stand about this? Why does he have a tumor?
I don't know, why are your pecs all the way up on your neck?
He's got like a little third boob right here. I'm not sure why. Sorry, Lydia. You're just cracking me up.
No, I know. I feel so uncomfortable.
Oh my god. You look like a lady.
Mom would be so proud.